As a sex therapist, I hear a lot of what happens in other people's bedrooms, and there are a few blowjob mistakes that just come up over and over again. Hello and welcome back to my channel. As always, I am Matt from Cleveland Sex Therapy. I'm a licensed clinical therapist and ASEX certified sex therapist. Before I begin, I just want to say thank you for being here. And if you feel inclined, please subscribe to my page. My goal is to have 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And y'all, I'm getting closer and closer. Because you all seem to love my tips and advice on blowjobs, we're going to keep that train going. Today, we are talking about some of the most common mistakes I see when it comes to oral sex. Now remember, the word mistake here, it does not mean that you are doing something wrong as a person. Sex is something we all learn over time. But there are a few patterns that tend to make oral sex less enjoyable than it could be. So let's talk about them. One of the biggest mistakes I see is that people are focusing way too much on performance. Porn has taught many of us that oral sex is supposed to look very dramatic, deep throating, intense speed, very exaggerated reactions. But in real life, pleasure tends to come from pacing and responsiveness, not performance. When someone is focused on doing it right, they often disconnect from the actual moment. Good oral sex usually happens when you are slowing down enough to pay attention to how the other person is responding. A common mistake is focusing only on the penis and ignoring the rest of the body. Yes, oral sex involves the penis, but the body is full of nerve endings that contribute to arousal. We need to tap into those. Hands can explore the stomach, the thighs, the chest. Many penis owners really enjoy nipple stimulation. Some also enjoy light touch along the inner thighs or the perineum. That's the taint for some of you out there. When you involve the whole body, the experience becomes more immersive and pleasurable. Another mistake that shows up often is that people are relying only on their mouth. Your hands can do a lot of work here. If you've watched any of my videos, you know the importance of using your hands when giving oral sex. They can control rhythm, they can add stimulation, and they can help pace not only yourself, but also your jaw so that you don't become so exhausted. Using both your mouth and your hands together often creates a much fuller sensation. And honestly, it also makes things a lot easier for the person giving the oral sex. One of the biggest challenges people report in therapy is that they feel awkward giving feedback during sex. But feedback is one of the most helpful things that you can offer a partner. Simple phrases like, that feels really good, stay right there, slow down a little bit, those can make a huge difference. Most people actually appreciate knowing what works instead of guessing. The final mistake I see is treating oral sex like it has to end in orgasm every single time. Sometimes oral sex is foreplay. Sometimes it is part of a longer sexual experience. Sometimes it is the main event. But when we focus too heavily on the end result, we can lose sight of the pleasure that is happening along the way. Sex tends to feel a lot better when we focus on the experience instead of the finish line. If you enjoy sex-positive content and education like this, please subscribe. I talk about sex, relationships, and intimacy in ways that can feel extremely honest and practical for a lot of people. And I'd love to hear from you. What is one piece of advice about oral sex that has helped you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time.